Our Region's Business is sponsored by PNC for the Achiever in You.
On May 20th, 2014, same-sex marriage became legal in Pennsylvania when a U.S. federal district court ruled that the Commonwealth's ban on same-sex marriage was unconstitutional. With the ruling, Pennsylvania became the last state in the northeastern United States to permit same-sex couples to legally marry. Yet making the most of all the financial benefits that marriage may be able to afford isn't necessarily automatic, and the whole idea of whether it makes financial sense to be married actually takes some planning as well. A new book should be able to help. It's called Retire Secure for Same-Sex Couples. The author is James Lang, a CPA and attorney from Pittsburgh, and welcome. Good to see you again.
Thank you for having me, Bill.
Yeah, so you've been around for years, expertise in IRAs and the Roth IRA. We've talked about all that stuff for everybody before. Why did you decide to focus in on same-sex couples and same-sex marriage?
Because I saw two enormous opportunities for same-sex couples. The first was in the area of Social Security benefits. There are some spousal benefits that are not available to single couples or people who are not married, and you could literally be sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars better off if you do get married for the purposes of Social Security. Okay. And there's also significant estate planning benefits of being married. And when there was a there was a famous court case, Windsor, that really had to do with federal estate tax, but the real issue was income tax and Social Security. And when there was a revenue ruling 2013-17 that said we're going to treat same-sex couples as married no matter where they live, as long as they're legally married, I saw an opportunity, and specifically for Pennsylvania residents, to go to California or New York or Washington, get married, come back here, enjoy the federal benefits, and then, as you mentioned in the introduction, then Pennsylvania legalized it.
So you were on the case even before Pennsylvania actually legalized it. So it sounds like this is a no-brainer, right? It is better to be married than unmarried. Yes or no?
I wish it was that easy.
Financially speaking.
But even financially speaking, because there are some marriage penalties. There are certain people who have, let's say, roughly equal income. Their income taxes might be higher. It might be better if they are one high earner, one low earner. That might be better to be married. Sometimes you have a disadvantage with the new health care laws. Frankly, there are some subsidies and lower premiums that go to a low earning individual, but if that individual marries a high earning individual, then they have a higher income level to reach to get some of the subsidies, so they lose them. So I wish it was just everybody should go get married, but it's not that easy. Usually people who are where Social Security is relevant, so we're talking 62, 66 and older, then it becomes much more appropriate to get married and financially beneficial. And if estate planning, and particularly if somebody has an IRA or a retirement plan, then it becomes very beneficial to be married. For people in their 30s, 40s, and 50s, where estate planning isn't that big of an issue, I'm not going to say yes, married no matter what. Then it tends to be a case-by-case situation.
So, but you need some way as a couple or as individuals to be able to navigate this and figure this out. So the book really, you really try to walk people through the various issues?
I try to go through the income tax issues, the health care issues. Probably the emphasis of the book is Social Security and estate planning, and specifically estate planning with IRAs and retirement plans.
Yeah, really important stuff. I should mention too, this is not an incredibly dense book that's going to take people weeks to work their way through. It's really readable, and again, the information is covered very much in layman's terms. So I assume people can buy this at Barnes & Noble, Amazon, all the usual.
Yeah, they can buy it at Barnes & Noble or Amazon or anywhere else.
But you're also going to make, what, a free ebook available?
I am. I actually just instituted that today. So if people go to my website, which is www.outestateplanning.com, that's estateplanning.com. We will make the book available in electronic version without cost.
And you realize, Jim, it's going to be hard for you to make any money, like giving books away?
Well, even if they go to Amazon, we're donating the proceeds to Freedom to Marry anyway.
Wow, really?
So this is not a Jim Lang's going to make a lot of money by selling the book. It's actually the opposite.
Well, good for you, and congratulations. It's an important topic, and it's something everybody should be thinking about, whether they're a same-sex couple or not. The book is called Retire Secure for Same-Sex Couples. Jim Lang from Pittsburgh's the author. Good to see you. Thanks.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. And we'll be back in a minute with a little dollars and cents. Stay with us.